Make yourself a better guitar player with Renegade by STYX, classic rock song from the 70s. Interesting to talk about here because they use inverted power chords. Most people learn to play power chords by playing a note, for example, a G, and adding the fifth note of that note's scale to the chord. Like in this case, we have G, and when we have the fifth note of that scale, it happens to be 2 frets higher up on the very next string. It's the note G and D together. And once you have this shape, with distortion, it sounds really good to just play the 2 notes. It sounds like a really fat G note or whatever. I'm playing these all day long. You go on the next string. And you play these power chords all over the place, right? But we, in this song, do an inversion of these power chords. So it takes these to another level. Or, I mean, I want to expand your mind with this one. If you're not already familiar with this, you have a G note here. The fifth note of the G scale is here. On the very next string, right here, is another copy of the G note that you started with. In other words, if you go down 2 strings and up 2 spaces, you're repeating the main note. You're repeating the note you just played. That's a repeat of the same note, only in a higher octave. Same thing here. What we do there is, instead of playing the G power chord with 3rd fret here and 5th fret here, they play the 5th fret here and the 5th fret here to play the same 2 notes inverted, meaning that I've taken the G note, instead of putting it on the bottom or the low pitch of the chord, I put it on the higher pitch of the chord, higher octave of that chord. So with this, when you play these 2 notes, the root tone is the one that's on the skinnier string. Like here's an F. This is an F power chord, a G power chord. This is a B flat and a C power chord. It's easier than going. Can't really get there quick enough this way. It sounds kind of sloppy and cumbersome, but that's how this is getting done here. You flatten your finger across 2 strings. Now the F power chord here is the 3rd fret on the A string and the D string. You move that up 2 spaces, and you have a G power chord. You put it back on the 3rd fret, but the 2 middle strings, we have a B flat power chord and then a C power chord. You do that twice. Then they go up to a D, and now you can add the root tone if you like to the C, and then a follow-up. Now you have your verse part, right? I hit a G note to start it. Now you start doing those power chords on the 2 middle strings, 3 to 2 to 0. That's what you really want, the C note. Then you have this little riff in there. This riff, I've kind of modified it a little bit. You hear this every time though. And there's a little riff at the end of that kind of gets buried a bit, yeah, but in the rest of the mix there. And he does some different things here and there for it too. So I've just kind of modified it into one basic part. And I'm doing the notes from the E or G minor pentatonic scale. And then on that, I'll sometimes do that blues passing note. The blues passing note here is at the 6th fret of the G string. This note is not part of the scale. This note sounds pretty bad if you hang out on it. It clashes with things, but it's widely used in blues music as a passing tone. It's okay to use it as long as you're walking your way through it, either down or up through it, right? sounds great. But if you hang out, it's a rough sounding one. That note in the lower octave is here, and here's your root tone. They just clash really hard. Now, if you're trying to be aggressive, it works good. Metallica uses it all the time. But in general, for blues music and stuff, you don't want to hang out on that note. So what I just played there is the intro and the verse to Renegade, all using power chords, mostly inverted power chords or inverted 5 chords. You can interchange the name 5 chord or power chord. They mean exactly the same thing. So what we have is the F and the G, the C, sorry, B flat and C, and finally going up to D, down to C, and then for the verse, you have that, and then the riff. You can experiment with which fingers you like, and you'll notice I'll do some sliding into like... I think it adds some character to it. I don't even know if they do it in the recording or not, so don't feel too much pressure to do that one. But as you play around with this, you know, try it out, see what you think. Make it sound good. That's the whole idea, right? Enjoy playing and make it sound good and try to learn something along the way. That's what makes you a better guitar player. If you're interested in playing and having fun with the guitar and you're actually playing the guitar, you have a much better chance of becoming a better guitar player. If you force yourself to play stuff you're not interested in, you kind of burn out after a while. So I think one of the most important things that's crucial for learning guitar is doing stuff that you're enjoying, that your interests are leading you into. And as you establish yourself and get better and better at it, you'll be more comfortable to venture out into other styles you might be more interested at that time. But I've always given this advice that you should be playing things you like and learning on guitar the things you want to learn. If you love rock guitar, don't try learning country guitar. You'll just, you know, it's not as much fun. Have fun with the guitar. That's super important. I appreciate your thoughts on this one, and we'll look for doing the solo part of this. It's got a monster solo in it, and we can at least look at a concept of it or what is generally going on for that solo. Let me know if you're interested in that, and let me know your thoughts on this video. Appreciate your like, share, and subscribe, and see you next time.